Hello everyone around the world. Welcome to what should have been the second day here at Lord's, but it's actually the first day's play in the second test match. In case you haven't been around and not too sure exactly what's going on with all this red, it's all about Ruth Strauss. The Ruth Strauss Foundation, and those are the two kids handing the caps, the England players, to them. All red caps, of course, Sam and Luca. A very special day.
Burns and Roy, the partnership we saw in Birmingham. Root at 3, that's his chosen position nowadays. Denley at 4, Butler at 5, and there are one or two people in this team, of course, short of runs, very short of runs in that first test match. Stokes, Bairstow, Wokes, all looks very good on paper. And then, of course, Jofra Archer makes his test match debut, having played in the World Cup, having represented England in the World Cup, having been a superstar in the final here at Lord's. He gets his chance now with the red ball, and it's Broad and Leach coming in from O'Malley from that first test match, who make up the 11. For Australia, we knew about at least one change yesterday, or the one change yesterday. Warner and Bancroft at the top again. Warner, of course, shorter runs in that first test match. Khawaja, Smith made a couple of hundreds, that is, at Edgbaston. Travis Head next. Matthew Wade, another century maker in that first test match. Tim Payne, the man who's decided to bowl first this morning. Cummins bowled beautifully on that final day, alongside Nathan Lyon at number 11 there. Siddle bowled very, very straight and very, very well. Hazelwood is a man who comes in for Pattinson, and I don't think that weakens the side particularly. I can say that as a neutral observer.
Australia won the toss and elected the field. Confounded us all critics. Everyone thought you win the toss and bat because it's so bright and sunny. Tim Payne's thought, no, the pitch has been covered for a while. Let us see if there's anything there for the bowlers. .133 for Rory Burns in the first innings at Edgbaston. Back on strike. Jason Roy, yet to really make his mark at this level. Just his third game though, so he has a lot of opportunities ahead of him, you would think.
Interesting to see how the pitch plays, Mikey. Covered up yesterday, a horrible day yesterday. Frustrating for players, public. Here we go.
Edge found, catch taken.
Similar to the previous delivery. On this occasion, Jason Roy edges it through to the keeper, Tim Payne. Good start, won the toss, put England in. Early breakthrough. Jason Roy's gone for 0 for 1.
Joe Root, a bit earlier than he expected to be at the crease. Very good record though, averaging almost 49 runs per innings.
Good from Root. First poor ball, first full floaty drive ball he puts away for 4.
Excellent shot from Joe Root, been playing the ball very late, mainly off the back foot, making the bowlers bolt him. As you say, Nas, this was Pat Cummins just trying to get a bit fuller, just a little bit floaty, and Joe Root pounced.
Roy went early, poking that one outside the off stump. Hazelwood with the wicket. Denley stays at number 4. Maybe Stokes Butler.
Siddle into the attack.
And straight away, Root punches off the back foot. There'll be another boundary to the England captain.
Yeah, good positive batting, the nice mindset to jump on anything short or anything that resembles a loose ball, put some pressure back on the bowler. Good batting from Joe Root.
Punch off the back foot. Little's first 5 deliveries have gone for 13.
And no demons in this wicket. Talked about the toss, and what we would have done up here was a little bit surprised to see both captains would have bowled.
Out, surely out. Yeah, plum. Absolutely plum.
He's got to go. Absolutely stone dead. He has been impressive. He's been the pick of the bowlers, and he's got the pick of the batsmen out as well. Joe Root.
Excellent stuff here from Hazlewood, attacking the stumps, making the batsman play. Root gets stuck on the crease and it looks pretty adjacent. That's going on to hit the stumps, probably leg stump. Just nipped a little bit, but excellent bowling from Josh Hazlewood. But here's the look at the wicket again with Joe Root. Good length, just nipped back in, going on to hit leg stump. Just caught Joe Root on the crease. Excellent bowling from Hazlewood. Joe Root unfortunately goes for 14. England in a bit of trouble at 26 for 2.
Joe Denley comes in at number 4, and he needs a score, and England need a score from him.
So Roy gone without scoring. Root for 14. Burns is 14 not out. Denley's 2 not out. It's 31 for 2. Best part of 12 overs have gone. Hazlewood, the wicket taker, on the left to bowl in his 6th over. That's 4. Full length, slightly wide. A little bit of a stretch for Joe Denley there, but it's still 4. 39 for 2.
Yeah, that's one way to start your innings off for Joe Denley.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And that's one area of weakness for Burns. Straight in, straight out.
It's interesting. 50 comes up. It was a brave shot, very aggressive shot. Not far away from mid-wicket, a diving mid-wicket.
Brilliant shot. Great mindset as well. He's not letting Lyons settle down. He's sweeping really on line. Anything outside of stump.
Beautifully driven.
England might be 2 down, but neither of these batsmen look intimidated by the scoreboard.
Sniffed it out on the front foot, gets 4. The partnership.
Five 4s now for Burns. Enthusiastic about your stroke play, but when the ball comes along to be put away, you put it away.
First session on day 2. England were 76 for 2. I'd say satisfactory there, 2 wickets down. Jason Roy going without scoring. Joe Root, LBW to the excellent Hazlewood. He's picked up the 2 wickets, 76 for 2. Australia winning the toss and bowling first. Hazlewood with the 2 wickets. Nathan Lyon, the off spinner, with 5 overs, but England were proactive against him.
Sun is out. Enthralling first session. Good even contest between bat and ball. Josh Hazlewood was very impressive with the new ball. Shot, lovely shot. Really balanced. Played well before lunch. Sun's out, cash in after.
Good shot. Balance.
Oh yeah, what a beauty that is. What a beauty. He swung back into the left-hander. He swung one away from the right-hander. Hazlewood has been brilliant today.
Pick of the bowlers by some distance. Couldn't understand why he bowled from the pavilion end. That's just a good delivery. Batsman, doesn't matter how good you are, drags you into it. Bit of away movement, outside edge. That's one for the bowler. Terrific piece of bowling. Denley has to go. He goes for 30. It's 92 for 3.
Josh Buttler strolls in at number 5. It's a few runs in red ball cricket. His white ball stats have been exceptional. They're not bad. half stopped, but I think he'll still go away for 4. England's 100 comes up with 4 byes.
Just a bit of swing again.
Oh, out. And there goes an edge, but not the end result that they were hoping for. Peter Siddle again.
Hit through the offside. There's a big wide gap there once again. Conventional swing, thick outside edge. Not great foot movement. Went low to him.
There's the half century. Moves on to 51.
Once again through the offside. Excellent half century. He raises his bat, takes England to 109 for 3.
Oh, he got it. He got it. What a catch.
That is an incredible take. The umpires getting together here.
Fingers are under the ball. Fingers are under the ball. I have a decision for the big screen. My decision for the big screen is out. Out.
You have got to consider that it hit his hand, came out, and then he went for it again. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Cameron Bancroft, the man. Rory Burns, brilliantly batted. Unfortunately, has to go for 53. England 116 for 4.
Oh, that was well played. Pulled powerfully through the onside. Enough of this, he says.
I thought it was an excellent shot from Ben Stokes. There are 2 ways you can deal with short bowling. One is to do what Burns tried to do, that is just tough it out, defend, get hit on the body, weave in and out.
40 overs and 4 wickets down. Tim Payne will be saying it's been a little bit more difficult than I thought, but we are still going well.
He must have done him there in length. Very full. Flash down to third man. He's tended to play off the back foot. Gets really close to him. Passes slip. Nick and gone. Good bowling change. Just feathers through to the keeper.
Well, I tell you what, Peter Siddle has actually deserved a wicket today. He's had a couple of chances go begging. This is what he does best, that standard length, standard line, just outside off stump. A little bit of indecision, neither really forward nor back, nor really playing a shot. And Jos Buttler's poor returns in the series so far continue. He goes for 12, it's 136 for 5.
136 for 5. Butler the later swan wicket for Peter Siddle.
And so another man at the crease who missed out in Birmingham, didn't seem to have adjusted after the emotions of the World Cup. Finger goes up. It was the paddle sweep, not the full sweep. Ben Stokes has hit the bigger shots so well today off Nathan Lyon. He's still on his knees while Johnny Bairstow makes his way down to discuss the possibility of a review. That possibility, it appears, has gone in the same breath as Ben Stokes. So Nathan Lyon does it again. The ability to deceive in the air. Ben Stokes this time not trying to hit it hard, just trying to paddle it round. There's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but you do have to get bat on ball. So Stokes the latest to go. Poor score for him as well, 13, 138 for 6.
So Chris Woakes joins Bairstow.
Good shot. Nice shot from Johnny Bairstow. That'll be 4.
Just needed one out the middle of the bat as well. Just a little bit nervy out there. Sandwell hasn't been in the best of form. Playing anywhere like as well as we know he can. but that'll help.
Good shot. Good use of the feet. That'll be 4.
Brings 150 up. It's a really sweet shot. Just timed beautifully. Quick on his feet. Roll of the wrists and out the middle of the bat.
Just a smidgen straight. Good shot. He's a good player, Wokes. Very handy player coming down at number 8. He's got a test 100. Australia can't relax here. They've done well. They've won the toss. They're elected to bowl. They've got England 160 for 6. And they're probably 1 wicket away, knocking over England over pretty cheaply.
You're okay sweeping out there. You get your pad outside the line. An effective shot. Dangerous, and you look at Ben Stokes sweeping off the stumps. You miss it, you're out. You're okay here, outside the line of the stumps and playing a shot. It's inventive. 50 partnership.
Very good from these two. Chris Woakes likes batting, likes playing at this ground.
Same shot. That should be T. 201 for 6. Partnership is 63. Bairstow on 36. Woakes on 25. Lords has moved into the red, and England have moved on to 201 for 6. Great discipline from Australia's bowlers. Hazelwood leading the way. Wickets for each of the main bowlers.
Very good today, Australia. Not flawless. A couple of drop catches have gone down. One from Khawaja in the gully, one from Payne behind the stumps, but the seamers by and large have bowled well. He's had another go and top-edged it, but fine of one of the 2 men waiting for the shot. It's gone all the way for 6. But I don't think that's going to dissuade Pat Cummins or Tim Payne from this short pitch policy. Wasn't a convincing shot from Woakes.
Yeah, never in control of that.
Short again. Pat Cummins likes it, and the finger goes up. Woakes looks a little startled and immediately reviews.
Got a spike as the ball is near the glove. Can you pull it back? Stay with your original decision.
The plan has worked again for Cummins and Australia. Chris Woakes in all kinds of trouble with this short stuff. In the end, just tried to dink that away through the leg side and tickled it down the leg side to Payne. Cummins has his man, and Woakes, outstanding record though he has at Lords, must go for 32. England 210 for 7. The first Test match appearance for Jofra Archer back on this ground after that stunning World Cup final. Runs for Bairstow.
Just off the toe end. Yeah, toe end of the bat. No third man. There is a deep point. Well, that's gone very, very fine indeed, and very quickly down the boundary for 4. Tiny thin edge.
And greeted, as was the other 4 he hit. Great claws around the ground.
That's up in the air. That is going to be the simplest of chances. Well, still well taken. Khawaja had to make ground, had to make good ground to get there, had to get a bit of a dive in at the death, but got 2 hands to it pretty safely and just completed the catch.
He's looking to play that flick shot again on the leg side this time. Shoulder of the bat. It's actually not a bad catch in the end, because if you keep an eye on it, it was always going away from Khawaja. Jeffrey Archer, he's gone for 12. It's 230 for 8.
230 for 8. Number 10 is Stuart Broad. Well, the field was set back. The single was there to be taken. Johnny Bairstow has indeed taken it. Muted celebrations for the 50. It's gone very, very high. Oh, he's dropped it. I'll tell you what, he made a really good effort to get there in the first place. David Warner scooting back from slip. It was a really, really good effort to get there. Got the dive in. This is the big top edge as Stuart Broad gives himself room. Right, off he goes. Eyes on the ball. Hands pretty high.
Ball them down the slope instead of spinning away.
I reckon this might have even hit the top of middle. There's the one that goes straight on. Oh. Wow, it looks an inside edge. It just hit the top of leg. Deserved that, Nathan Lyon. He's bowled pretty well. So wicket Australia wanted. Stuart Broad's gone for 11, and it's 251 for 9.
9 down, and Jack Leach, the new man for England. Well, is that going to be taken? Khawaja. Yes. Dropped one in the slip cordon earlier on, but that was a bit easier.
Trying to get some quick runs and hit a big 6. He changed his bat in between overs. Obviously got the one-day bat, maybe a bit heavier. There he is, Khawaja in the end, nice and comfortable under the high ball, and nice easy catch for him. Bairstow played well and allowed England to get to 258 all out.
Well, that's the England card. Couple of half centuries. Few others got some starts though, but they just could not carry on.
And the bowlers for Australia, as we're talking about, did an excellent job. In particular, Josh Hazlewood, 3 for 58 off 22 overs. But Pat Cummins was outstanding as well with 3 for 61. Nathan Lyon chipped in for 3. Peter Siddle with 1.
Had a quiet first test match, but he's a fine player, averaging 48, 76 matches now. Openers, no, they've just got to face that last hour. The time, not overs. Oh, what a beauty. 3 and 3 now. Broad is winning the battle against Warner.
Terrific from Broad. Legs pumping. Gets the length exactly right and through the defences of David Warner. Nips the bail off. First one for England. It's a big one. David Warner's gone for 3. Australia 11 for 1.
England have their first wicket. Usman Khawaja comes out at number 3. He's a good player. He looked in decent touch without getting a big score at Edgbaston.
That's the danger. Yeah, quite right. Khawaja, like most left-handers, very strong in that leg side area. So 4 off the final ball of the over, 17 for 1.
Really good batting. He stands tall, Usman Khawaja. Bit of wobble, late movement. All the wicket keepers have done well to manage.
Just wait and see. Looks to me as if they're ready to go, and there we go. So 5 overs short today. And, Cameron Bancroft then not out 5. David Warner went for 3. Khawaja not out for 18, sorry. 5 overs for Broad, 1 for 13, 6 overs for Archer, none for 10, and Chris Woakes none for 3 from 2. Story of the day, England put in by Australia, 258. Josh Hazlewood picking up 3 wickets for me, the pick of the bowlers. 3 for Cummins, 3 for Lyon and 1 for Siddle. Top scorers for England were Burns and Bairstow. The only 2 to get 50 or more. Australia, in reply, 30 for 1. Stuart Broad picking up that 1 wicket, that wicket of David Warner. Australia trailed by 228 runs.
Welcome to Lord's. Slightly overcast day today on day 3 of this second test match. Yesterday we had sunshine. Day 1, of course, was all rain and a complete washout, but we're ready and waiting to start the day with the game nicely poised. So it's coverage of day 3. It's available in ultra high definition. You can keep up to date with the live blog on the website as well. We will be here all day at Lord's. So the situation in the game after, in effect, just 1 day's play. England stuck into bat yesterday morning. 258 all out in the end. A couple of half centuries, 1 from Burns, 1 from Bairstow. Australia dropped some catches as well, so it could have been even better still from their point of view. Their best bowler yesterday was Hazlewood, coming into the series for the first time. Good support from Cummins and Lyon as ever. Siddle won as well. Australia at the end of the day, 30 for 1. The man out, David Warner. They're behind by 228. And today is all about England wickets, one hopes.
Well, the lights are on, everybody's in. We've had a campanologist. Wonderful ringing. And it looks to be a bowling day. Very cloudy, low cloud. Australia resume on 30 for 1. 13 overs have been bowled, so this cricket ball will be in really good condition. Stuart Broad with 5 overs, 1 for 13 last evening. Just seems to be a good time to be bowling. England scrapped to get to 258. A real good reception for Jofra Archer last evening. Oh, getting away from it, it's a gloomy sort of day. Stuart Broad will be around the wicket to 3 slips and a gully. Away straight away. Well, that saved a couple. Good morning, Kumar.
Good morning, Bumble. It's not what you want to see getting up in the morning if you're a batsman. England having the best of bowling conditions both yesterday and today. It's a tough question, isn't it? When you know the weather's coming in, you win the toss, you understand what you have to do.
Good lines, good lengths. 36 for 1.
It's a tough proposition for Joe Root. Also Stuart Broad. Do you give Jofra Archer his preferred end, or do you allow Stuart Broad to bowl from his preferred end? I think to left-handers, Broad's bowled beautifully from the pavilion end.
Just a bit fuller. Get it a little bit fuller.
Always small margins, isn't it? Actually, yeah, it looked like a leave at the end, but he was beaten a little bit fuller. You're right, Bumble. The difference between beating the outside edge and taking it.
Leg byes, I think. Yes.
For Bancroft, it's possible to try and avoid the leg slip and have that particular feel set in his mind. He's got to understand the threat is on the front foot. He's got to keep watching, make sure that he's well balanced, he doesn't get too far across it. And if he's actually hitting through the leg side, actually be forceful and positive about it. So even if it does go to his leg slip, it's going to take some catching to get him out. He's tentative and he's pushing and prodding players into England's hands.
No third man. It's on the front foot. Thick outside edge, but brings 4. 53 deliveries, his first 4.
It's really full. A little more positive from Bancroft in this particular effort. Thick outside edge. At a boundary is a boundary.
Australia moved to 50.
Really well bowled, and in the end quite well played by Khawaja. Soft hands, just that seam, beautiful seam position. The batsman's got to play it. He feels that it's actually coming in because it doesn't swing from the hand. Late seam movement of the pitch. It's a lot of adjustment for a batsman. Khawaja did well.
Loose delivery. Just eases the situation for Australia.
Really well played. Usman Khawaja has been very impressive. He hasn't had the big scores, but his intent has been really good. He's been looking for opportunities to score runs. Anything short and wide, he's put that away. Anything on his legs, he's been very good. It's a good foil for Bancroft as well. Bancroft very defensive, battling it out. Khawaja a lot more fluent. The scoreboard needs to move.
And again. Worried look from Chris Woakes. Ooh, short and wide, climbing. 28 scored this morning by Australia. Bancroft is on 11, Khawaja 36.
Very good line from Woakes. Just for a moment, Khawaja was uncertain, in two minds. Does he play? Does he leave? In the end, he leaves. What's in the back of his mind is that both Woakes, his general shape is into the left-hander, and also the slope will help the ball come back in.
Given this time his first test wicket, Jofra Archer. Well, so far at any rate, Bancroft may send it upstairs. Is he? Yes, he has sent it upstairs.
Third umpire to director. There's a player review for LBW. The on-field decision is out. May I start with the front foot, please? Can you bring it back a little? And forward. That's a fair delivery. Let's move on to front on. There appear to be no bat involved. Just to confirm, ultra edge, please. Right, so there's a gap between bat and ball. There's no bat involved. When you're ready, mark ball tracker, please. Aleem ball tracker coming through now. Ball pitching outside off, impact in line, and wickets umpires call. Aleem, you'll be staying with your original decision. You're on screen now, Aleem, stay with your original decision of out.
Well, given out now by Aleem Dar to confirm that Jofra Archer has taken his first test wicket.
Yeah, big moment for Jofra Archer. Delightful moment for him. Looked threatening earlier in the over by bringing the ball back at Cameron Bancroft. and gets the on-field call. That's the key here. I think Bancroft can consider himself a little bit unlucky. Battled hard, and that was a marginal call that went against him, but he has to go for 13, 60 for 2.
Well, this is the man they need to get rid of now, England. They were dying to get him to the crease, because the quicker he gets there, the fresher the bowlers will be. Edged and gone. A wicket usually brings another, and it has this time again.
Yeah, there's a bit happening here. Drizzle falling, floodlights on. These are good conditions for bowling. It's taken a while for England to get the breakthrough this morning, but Khawaja now has followed Bancroft into the pavilion. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Thick outside edge, straightforward catch for Bairstow. Woakes on his favourite ground strikes again, and they've got 2 new batsmen in now, with Australia 3 down for 60, and England will fancy their chances over the next few overs. Khawaja played nicely, but just 36 for him, 60 for 3.
Travis Head coming in at number 5 now for Australia. And in this country, Arthurs, irrespective of what the forecast says, when you see what you get, you use it.
Well, especially now that the floodlights allow for play. It's a little bit like going back to the days of uncovered pitches. A captain would get a bright sunny day and he'd always bat, because you don't know whether it's going to rain the next day, and then you get caught on a wet pitch. It's a little bit like that now, because you don't know whether the lights will be on the next day. And that's what I mean, that you get a bright day that seems like a batting day. You don't want to waste those conditions.
Well, a bit of a mix-up here. Got back.
For Australia, they've got to try and battle through this period now. They'll be saying to themselves, Archer has bowled 5. He's got a maximum, 2 left in this spell. Battle through that. They'll get a bit of Broad then. Got to try and fight through tough spells in Test cricket. Once of this partnership, Matthew Wade played really well at Edgbaston in that second innings for 100, and then you're into the captain Payne, and then the bowlers.
Eight balls faced by Steve Smith. Travis Head has faced 9. Just a single between them so far. Archer still has the ball in his hands. This will be his 7th over this morning. Can't blame the captain for this at all. Should be his last, though.
Well, he was over the wicket in the previous over to Travis Head. He's decided to come around the wicket now. The thinking will be that try and get Travis Head playing at the ball from this angle more frequently. Bit of wobble here gets one on the end of Bairstow's thumb. Often see it at this ground more than any other ground for some reason, that the ball, when it goes seam up through to the keeper, really wobbles in the air. That was a nasty one for Bairstow on the end of the right thumb.
Well, he's not in a good state right now, Johnny Bairstow. So with him needing a bit of attention, the umpires have decided it's a good time to take drinks, because it's almost an hour's play anyway.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this.
Very good there, Wiz.
For Travis Head. So that's 68 for 3.
Yeah, it's the risk reward as a captain. You're asking your bowler just to go a little bit fuller in these conditions, but the bowler knows if he does, could well get driven for 4. That's why often they drag their lengths back. Got to risk it though. Give it a go, especially Woakes on this ground. see from the slip cord, and they feel in play when it's that length. Oh, close, very close, surely out. Broad thinks it's out anyway.
Well, the decision was not out.
TV umpire to
Very
director.
quickly been reviewed.
Player review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. May I start with the front foot, please? That's a fair delivery. Let's move on to front on, please. Appear to be no bat involved. Ultra edge, please. Little gap between the bat and the ball, a flat line. I'm satisfied, there's no bat involved. Can you move on to ball tracker when you're ready, please? Ball tracker coming up now, Alim. Ball pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. Alim, you'll have to reverse your decision. I'll tell you when you're on screen. Mark, can you put Alim back on screen, please? Alim, reverse your decision, you're on screen now.
So Travis Head is on his way. No problems with the length, the line, the fact that it was knocking stumps out of the ground but for those pads. The only thing I can think of for the original decision is the possibility that Allendale thought there might have been the inside edge. Would have been a couple of noises, pad to pad, which you hear as an umpire, but the Hawkeye confirms it. Stone dead, and off he goes. Head is out 7. It's 71 for 4. 4 down, and it's Matthew Wade next at number 6. Century maker at Edgbaston in the first test. Well, goes for it and nails it. Wokes hasn't tried the short ball at him until now. Steve Smith gets on this very quickly.
Well, with the rain falling, obviously this is not the length to bowl, but definitely get Steve Smith playing here. They could be off in 10 minutes. You never know, it could rain the rest of the day. But definitely in the next few deliveries, get Smith playing as much as possible. Don't just let him leave it.
And then put in by Australia. First innings yesterday, 258 they were dismissed for. Burns and Bairstow the top scorers, 53 and 52. Hazelwood was the pick of the bowlers for me, 3 for 58. Cummins picked up 3, as did Lyon. Australia, 75 for 4. England will be sniffing here, thinking we've got a real chance, boys. One more. 2 more would be great. One more, if it was Steve Smith, would be wonderful. That looked out full. Well, they
Copy that,
reviewed it.
Chris.
Let's have a look.
TV umpire to director, player review for LBW. The on-field decision is out. May I start with the front foot, please? That's a fair delivery. Let's move on to front on, please. There doesn't appear to be any bat. Can you give me ultra edge to confirm that, please? There's a flat line as the ball passes the bat. I'm satisfied that there's no bat involved. When you're ready, ball tracker, please. Ball tracker coming up now, Chris. Ball pitching outside leg, Chris. So you'll have to reverse your decision. Mark, can you put Chris back on screen, please? Chris, you're on screen now. Reverse your decision to not out.
So just outside the leg stump line. So immediately you see that, you can move on. That's raced away very, very fine. Line. It's not the right line to that man in your picture.
Yeah, I have no issue with the length. I thought the length was really, really good. Still on the stumps, but a little too straight for Stephen Smith. Want that length, but challenge him on that channel, that 5th, 6th stump.
line, but just wanted to be a bit fuller again. It's 80 for 4.
It's an over or 2 from here onwards till lunch. The raindrops getting a bit heavier. The umpires have had a few conversations whether they stay on or go off. It does start to affect the surface, the nature of the ball.
Yeah, with 4 minutes to go. I think with 4 minutes to go, you just get on with it, and then it's not heavy rain. A full house here. England should be wanting to stay out there. I know you might feel the ball might be getting a little damp or something, but at the moment I haven't seen anyone using a rag, have you? So therefore it's not that wet. Oh dear, problems there. Not going too well here. In fact, it's broken now. And the guys behind him can't see, but he finds it very, very hilarious. Now marching over. There's 5 balls to go before lunch. Really? Yep, that's it. On comes the covers. Ground stuff there, getting into position. The cover will be coming out in a minute. So lunch will be taken. For Archer, well, you'll remember this morning, picked up his first Test wicket. Comes the hover cover. Steve Smith, that's the wicket. And the one he goes to lunch on 13. Good work for it, 40 deliveries, but maybe been allowed to leave too many. Wade is on 0 from 23 deliveries. Rain is just getting a little heavy. The forecast, I'm afraid, is very iffy for this afternoon. But always keep your fingers crossed. The one good thing about this ground, it dries extremely quickly. So if we get a break, there's a chance of some cricket. 4 wickets for England this morning. Bancroft, Khawaja, and to go and Travis Head. And the bowlers, 2 wickets for Broad, 1 for Archer, 1 for Woakes. And I have to say, Stokes looked threatening. 37.1 overs, 80 for 4. That summary, 258 England managed after they were put in. Australia bowled well, Hazelwood was excellent, Cummins quick, and Nathan Lyon. 3 wickets each for those. And Peter Siddle, a little unlucky, had a couple dropped, 1 for 48. Australia, in reply, 80 for 4. Khawaja top scoring on 36. Broad picking up 2 wickets. Geoffrey Archer, the one that he'll remember, his first Test wicket. And Chris Woakes picked up Khawaja. So, Australia trail by 178 runs.
The news, I'm afraid, is that is it for the day. Not surprising, given the fact we've had steady rain since lunch. We've had the odd gap. As ever, the odd gap comes just before the rain comes back again. So the covers that were off are now back on. And it is official from the umpires that there is no chance now of resuming play today. That is it for the day. We will come back tomorrow morning with another long day, another 98 overs tomorrow, and maybe Sunday as well, weather dependent. But it is 2 days left now in this second Test match for these 2 teams to see if they can come up with the sort of cricket that brings a result. Just as a reminder for you, the current state of play at the moment, then, this is how it was just before lunch, which turned into lunch. 80 for 4. The deficit is 178. It was a very good morning for England and their bowlers, those bowling figures on the right. Broad added another one this morning. Archer got his first ever Test wicket this morning. Chris Woakes taking the other wicket as well. Australia were under pressure, but when they start again, and I think the forecast is good for tomorrow morning, Steve Smith will still be there.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this.
So it's a warm welcome to Lords for day 4 of this second Test match. Bright, sunny conditions, what a pleasure. Everything we see today will be in ultra-high definition. If you can't watch the screen all day, there's the live blog on the website as well, but we will bring you absolutely every ball. But the situation at the moment is that we've got as far as this. England batting first, that was Australia's choice. Bowled out for 258, a couple of half centuries from Burns and Bairstow each. Australia 80 for 4 in their first innings. And England yesterday, in the 2 hours or so that were possible, picked up 3 more to put the pressure on. But Australia's still behind by 178. And of course, the key is what happens next. And this morning's session could be absolutely crucial.
Well, day 4 here at Lords. The good news is the sun is out. There's a bit of cloud cover, but there's a sense of excitement in the air. England have got Australia 80 for 4. Australia 178 runs behind. And it feels a good morning for bowling. Here we go. Straight away off the mark now, Matthew Wade. And it's good morning, Ian Botham.
Good morning, everyone out there.
Another great shot. Just a fraction short and a fraction wide. And Steve Smith says, thank you very much.
Just getting up there fuller. That's the... He struggles, I think. The way he sets himself up, set back of a length, and he's happy with that.
Oh, is that carried? It has. Very good catch. Broad's length again, excellent. And England have their first of day 4.
Yeah, good cricket from England. Broad drawing Wade into the drive. It's an attacking length that he's bowled. It's just gone a little down the hill, and Burns takes a good catch. A good low catch in front of him. So good cricket all round from Broad and from Burns. Wade battled hard, but has gone for 6. And Australia 102 for 5.
Australia captain comes in at number 7. His side in a bit of bother at 102 for 5. They still trail by 156. Played that pretty well. Off the mark. The boundary.
So the score at the moment, 125. Smith has moved on to 33. 40 runs added this morning. 1 wicket going down. That is Matthew Wade. Australia's still behind by 138. So just inching their way up there. Hammered away. Despairing dive, not enough to get a hand on it at cover. But it's a great shot. Great shot, given that the pressure has been on for the last half hour or so, just under, since the drinks.
He's actually timed it perfectly, but it's good enough, I think. 4, it is 4. I don't mind that, though, playing that shot. You feel you've got a chance, get a bit of movement.
And cover driving off the back foot the West Indian way. He watches the ball so closely, his head still goes towards the ball, even though it's on that back foot.
He's hit it. Not quite going to go all the way for 6, but it does go for 4. And that's his 50. Moves on to 52. And 107 deliveries, and that was his 6th 4.
He just keeps going, does he? Pressure does not matter to Stephen Smith. Left arm spin.
A little bit of turn there. 1 ball to go then for the lunch break. Good pace from Stokes, 88 miles an hour. That will be lunch. 155 for 5 from 65 overs. That last delivery, 90 miles an hour. Stokes just a single from that over. This session, 27.5. The reason it was 0.5, one ball was bowled last night before they came off at bad light. 75 runs scored and the 1 wicket. England is slightly disappointed with that. But having said that, Australia are still trailing by 103 runs. So there you go, the 1 wicket to go. That was Wade this morning, well caught by Burns, bowling Stuart Broad for 6. This partnership now is worth 53. And it is Smith not out 53, Payne not out 21.
England's bowlers have had to toil hard this morning. The sun's out, the wicket's still flat and low. Stuart Broad getting that crucial wicket of Matthew Wade, but it has been Stephen Smith, and he stood like a wall, defying all the best efforts of the England bowlers.
England put in Australia 258. Burns and Bairstow, the 2 men to go past 50. Pick of the bowl as well. Hazelwood was probably the pick of the bowlers, but Cummings and Lyon also picked up 3 wickets each. Australia in reply, 155 for 5. Steve Smith still there on 53. Tim Payne's the man batting with him, his captain, 21 not out. Australia trailed by 103 runs.
Still plenty of time left in the game. Still 71 overs left today, 98 possible tomorrow. There's no such thing as a tricky innings at the moment for Steve Smith. Yet another 4 down the ground.
I still think there's a few twists in this game, Nats, like you say. I think it's going to be a good one. Once again, Smith, just a fraction over pitch. He's so good.
Oh, short leg. Yep, the net back up. We've been saying that he is vulnerable to that with a short leg in. Good planning from England. Good execution from Archer.
Yeah, good captaincy with the bat pad in there. Excellent bowling, relentless there from Archer, just hammering it away in a length. A little nip back it down the hill, and once again, Tim Payne looks good, but only makes a 20. Nothing of substance. Excellent delivery, good catch. Nice, simple one there for bat pad in the air for a while. Thank you very much, Joss Buttler says. And England strike. They needed a strike after lunch. They did. They got the Australian captain out, Tim Payne. He's gone for 23, and Australia in a bit of trouble at 162 for 6.
Pat Cummins comes in at number 8, so the first of the bowlers. And as we've seen, they all bat a bit nowadays. Oh, there you go again. You think he's an LBW candidate, you go full and straight, and you go for 4. Real flap outside off stump, hands through the ball, 4 more.
There's just an element of disdain there, wasn't it? Off the back foot, just through the sink and everything. It was 89 mile an hour.
Oh, there you go. For once, a little bit of a blow and a pain, and he looks uncomfortable. Shrugged it off already, 186 for 6. There'll be an egg that just comes up on the arm. Well, this could be an important moment in the series, this. A blow from Jofra Archer on the arm.
It was 89 mile an hour, and I reckon it just missed the sweatband and everything. Hit him right on the forearm. Just be careful that's not broken.
A goal, and he's got a nick on it, and it's over the keeper for. Don't miss this.
This is quick as well. Top edge, but enough top edge to clear Bairstow.
Pulled away just over the top of backward square leg, and it goes for 4. 203 for 6.
wonder how close this is to Ben Stokes. He's helped it on its way. Oh, maybe a couple of yards.
Oh dear. Oh. Can't possibly stay on after that. I think that's the right decision. I really do. The new batsman is Peter Siddle, Archer at the end of his run.
So at this stage, officially 205.6, brackets maybe 7 if. With Steve Smith very sadly retired hurt on 80. Just have to wait and see what comes of those tests that he has to go through now. That is the way life is nowadays with the concussion protocols. Chases on as that has gone fine. Brave efforts, but when you take the ball with you, over the rope, I'm afraid that's 4. Yeah, Burns here does really well initially, but trying to flick it back, his body of course in the way, so that just came with him. The ball went with him. New ball is ferried out there. Just talking about Jofra Archer for a moment. 28 overs in the innings he's bowled here in his first Test match innings ever. Only once has he bowled more overs in a first-class innings.
Yeah. Finger goes up. It's a beauty from Chris Woakes. We've been talking about fast bowling, but this is a very different challenge. A good length ball that ran down the slope, bounced and just brushed the outside edge of Peter Siddle's bat. It was a beauty from Chris Woakes.
Yep, the variety you have in an attack. You got out and out pace, then you got some swing bowling, and this was excellent stuff from Chris Woakes. Nice length, good bounce, just left Peter Siddle a little. Courageous innings goes down for 9.
Anything quite like this.
It'll be interesting now. Yeah, it is Steve Smith. He's going to come back out. This is very courageous and brave from Steve Smith.
Yeah, it was a courageous short innings from Peter Siddle, and now Lord's crowd greet Steve Smith, who will resume his innings to a great ovation. Wow, what a response that is. That is an incredible shot, having just come back in. The second ball is faced from Chris Woakes. He has just smeared this to the mid-wicket fence for 4.
I don't think we were expecting this sort of shot or this stroke play.
Three slips, no gully. Ball dribbles away down the hill. Runs given. Not looked completely convincing, and that's not surprising, having come back from a thunderous blow to the head, but he's into the 90s. Close, surely, yes! In swinger from Woakes. Smith is reviewing, but I think he's done.
Ball tracker coming up now, Gav. Ball pitching outside off, and wickets hitting.
Steve Smith called for a review, but as he did so, he turned on his heels and began to walk back to the pavilion. He knew he was done. He didn't pick the in-swinger from Chris Woakes, so there won't be a 4th consecutive 100 in England for Steve Smith, but the Lord's long room rises to him. It's been another remarkable innings, 92 and done, 234 for 8.
Got one ball left in this over that Nathan Lyon has to see off.
Away. That would have taken some catching because it went quickly. It went in the gap anyway. Ben Stokes has taken some remarkable catches in his time. Not even he could lay a mitt on that. 243 for 8. Surely, very close. Yeah, given. Reviewed straight away. Did he hit it?
Ball tracker coming up now, Chris. Ball pitching. And the wickets hitting. So you're on screen now. Stay with your original decision of out.
Yeah, he was walking off anyway when he saw the big screen. Nathan Lyon goes for 6, 246 for 9. Australia's number 11, Josh Hazlewood, comes to the crease, a best of 39. He bowled beautifully in the first innings. Can he hang around? There's no glove there. Yeah, given, there was a glove there. Broad finishes with 4 He continues to take wickets. There's not a lot between the sides here. Australia trail by 8 on first innings. A little bit like Chris Woakes when England batted, just one down the leg side, a little glove through to Johnny Bairstow. Very eventful session that. 5 wickets, 95 runs, a real battle between pace of Archer and the heart and skill of Steve Smith. Very watchable session. Failures for the openers yet again. Bancroft 13, Warner 3. Khawaja played nicely for 36. A few runs down the order from Payne and Cummins, but yet again the man that stood tall for Australia, Steve Smith, with 92. A wicket for Leach, his first in England. 11 overs, 1 for 19. Good control. 3 for Woakes, who likes Lords. 2 for the very impressive Jofra Archer. Stuart Broad leading the attack again in the absence of Jimmy Anderson. He gets 4 for. So, tea time on day 4. We've lost a lot of play to weather. England 258, Australia 250 all out. Australia trail by 8.
Marnus Labuschagne, the substitute fielder on for Steve Smith. Just his 3rd test match, Jason Roy. Struggling a bit, wanting to feel the ball on his bat. It seems his opening partner hasn't been doing too badly at all. As a matter of fact, has done well. Rory Burns. Uphill. Should not get to the boundary. It does.
The line looked a bit stiff, actually, giving chase there.
Up in the air. Yeah! Take one.
An unusual dismissal for an opening batsman. Just tries to run his fingers down the side, a leading edge. That was a good catch. It looks easy on that replay, but he was following through in one direction. He turned and he took the catch, and it's a disappointing test match for Jason Roy. A duck in the first innings, 2 in the second, 9 for 1.
Joe Root finds himself at the crease again in absolutely no time. Edged and down.
What a beauty. Good bowlers, good players out, and Joe Root is a good player, that is for certain. And you can see what it meant to the Aussies. We have heard that they always want the opposition captain. They target the opposition captain. They have got the opposition captain. A first ball duck. Pat Cummins is on a hat-trick. 9 for 2.
And Joe Denley is at the crease now.
No surprise with the short leg, not just because it's hat-trick ball, but also Denley at times has been vulnerable to the nip backer.
excited, but absolutely nothing there.
Well, he's done well with that. It's another vicious delivery. No other leg slips, so no problems there, but he got a glove on it, got it deflected down there. Picks up 4 for it.
This is an excellent spell. We saw Archer's spell of bowling today that was hostile and aggressive. This is around the 90 mile an hour from Pat Cummins, and it's aggressive too. He's got his tail up.
That's better. Technically a little better from Lyon, but still just too short, and technically much better from Burns. First one he was reaching for when it turned. This one actually sits up for him, and he's middled it beautifully. Oh, it's just dropped it. It was a half play, half leave. Warner's the man at first slip.
But this one definitely carried a David Warner quite close to slips. This is a good nick. And it's one that David Warner should have caught. Went into the hand. His feet just went under him.
Played that well, and at the moment Lyon just can't get his length right to Burns. He's dropped a little short, and Burns twice now has cut into the fence.
That's the word, a little short. It's not that short, he's onto it pretty quickly.
Hey!
No, says Aleem Dar. There'll be a conversation here between Lyon and Payne. Clock ticks away, and both have decided not to review. They must have felt it was a little leg side. Burns was back again. Straightened a touch. The key was the not out call from the umpire. Oh, wow. Wow. More frustration for Siddle. Not had a whole heap of luck in this game. It was off Siddle that Burns was put down twice in the first innings. The drop catch by Warner came off Siddle in the second. And now another thick edge goes for 4 through a fielder's hands. Gone. Denley again gets himself a start and gets himself out. He's driven one straight back to Peter Siddle.
Never easy on the follow through, but this one, there it goes, out he goes, doesn't miss that. He says, if you lot can't catch it, I'll catch it. Excellent. Denley's got to go. 26, it's 64 for 3. Then Stokes up the order.
Oh, this time I reckon that's been put down as well. Very full. Oh, that's a beauty. That's gone. Yep, an absolute jaffer from Siddle. All action cricket at Lord's. England now effectively 79 for 4.
Beautifully bowled and thoroughly deserved. He's been testing both the right-hander and the left-hander. Wobble seam, the ball going through the top. Burns doing his best to get his gloves and bat out of the way. Too late. Siddle celebrates. Crucial breakthrough. England slip to 71 for 4. Burns gone for 29.
He was at 5 in the first innings. He's moved down to 6. He's out of form. He needs a score.
This time down 2 straight. And they've probably just got a little bit of pad or something. Yeah, leg buys. It's 4 valuable runs. He just angles in, doesn't quite straighten, just goes on with the slope and on with the arm. It's getting heavy now, this rain. Umpires both looking at each other, and I think this could be it. Yep, that's it. that stumps on what's been a fascinating day at Test cricket. A brilliant day of Test cricket. The covers will come on, and what a day we've had. But that's the position of the game. That's England's batting. Burns for 29 played pretty well. Denley played pretty well for his 26. Nothing, unfortunately, for Joe Root. He was gone first ball. Jason Roy once again struggled at the top for 2. Ben Stokes not out 16 and Butler not out 10.
Decisive spell from Pat Cummins with the new ball. He picked up both Roy and Root in his first spell. Siddle 2 for as well, and 1 or 2 missed opportunities in amongst it.
So the situation of the match, England was sent in and they made 258. Australia replied with 250, and in their second innings, they're 96 for 4. That means England are 104 runs ahead.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this.
So, first things first today, the covers are actually on. It's very, very light rain that we got here at Lord's. It wasn't necessarily forecast to be a rainy day, but at the moment we have a few drops falling, so those covers will remain in place for the foreseeable future.
Welcome everyone. You are hearing the roar of this big crowd here on the 5th day at Lord's. We have lost some time today, but not as much as you would suspect. As you know, we can always make up time, make up overs on these rain-affected days. And that's where we stand. England are 104 runs ahead. They still have 6 wickets in hand, and suppose looking at that scoreboard, you could say anything is possible. Either team could win, and of course there's always a possibility of a draw. Ben Stokes on 16 has had a few chances. Ben Stokes, he would have forgotten all about that now though. Time to bat again. Edged on through the slip cord, and 4 more.
102 for 4.
Marnus Labuschagne. So Steve Smith will take no further part in this test. Well placed. Well timed as well. Goes all the way.
Well, that looked like a single. Look, just a push.
Big shout already. I think there might have been a bit of bat involved there though. Well, they are thinking.
Got me quick.
I have contact between bat and ball. Can we go back on field to Chris, please? Chris, you're on screen now. There's an inside edge. Stay with your original decision.
Edged wide of Warner. Remember that Stokes was put down yesterday by Warner off Lyon. This wasn't a drop catch, but it wasn't far away.
Afternoon, Nath. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, this is the length. See, it's a fuller length from line. That encourages the drive.
Firm strike from Stokes. It really flashed back past Hazelwood, and that's why you'd have seen Butler at the non-strikers end diving for the crease. His fear was that Hazelwood could have deflected the ball onto the stumps.
Just a fraction full from Hazelwood.
It's a good bit of bowling. It's not where Butler intended the ball to go. He's looking to drive that wide of mid-off or through extra cover. He just got his head the wrong side of the ball, and in the end he skewed it past slip.
They all count. When you look at that England lead at the moment, 145. Starting to get to an interesting stage now.
On 37 for 4, the lead 145. Wicketless session so far for Australia. Change of voices. David Gower, Nasser.
Got away to the man on the fence, so that'll be 50 for Ben Stokes.
Well, I would say Ben Stokes would be very satisfied with that. It's been a really good mix of defence, attack when allowed.
Driven away. 150 comes up for England.
Well, it seems to be working for Stokes. Now seems to be working for Buttler as well, who has settled in to his work.
Last ball before lunch. A good solid block from Ben Stokes. A good solid session for England. They wanted a quiet session. They've got a quiet session. The two lads that know each other well in Stokes and Buttler put on an unbeaten partnership of 86, and England have a lead of 165 at lunch. They've done their job in that first session. Both remain not out. Buttler has 31. Stokes has gone through to a well-made 50. He's 51, 157 for 4. All the Aussie bowlers bowled pretty well, to be honest. They're probably regretting some of the catching and some of the decision makings on review last night. Cummins has 2 for 24. Hazelwood without a wicket, 0 for 29. Siddle has 2 for 22. He had good rhythm just before lunch. Nathan Lyon, 20 overs, 0 for 65. Match summary: England were inserted, made 258 and are 157 for 4. Australia got 250 in their first innings. England are 165 runs ahead.
The batsman did well this morning. Taking another hour of these two and would be in an extremely healthy position. And straight to the man at fine leg. Never, didn't have to move an inch, and Jos Buttler picked him out. Cummins has got the breakthrough, broken the partnership.
Yeah, really well bowled, great direction, great height. It's a really tough pitch to play the short ball on. It's not easy to get under it, to leave it. The variable height really forces into playing strokes. The only thing probably Buttler could have done would have been to roll his wrists over and try and keep it down, but not to be. He goes for a well-made 31. England 161 for 5.
Johnny Bairstow is out. Played well first innings. And a knock like that would be very much appreciated.
That's a big appeal. Very close. Drift. A little bit of turn off the pitch. Tim Payne has not had a great time with referrals.
It's going to be close, and we're going to have a look.
Here we go, Ali. Ball pitching in line, impact in line. The wickets missing. So can you put Ali back on screen, please? Ali, you'll be staying with your original decision. You're on screen now.
Uses his feet very, very well. And it goes all the way. Good cricket that. Now he's got to think, do I keep the mid on in or push him back?
Absolutely. This is what England should do more of against Nathan Lyon. Actually put pressure on him to change his field, change his angles, change his pace. Amazing what runs in one innings can do to confidence. Johnny Bairstow coming out here, and from ball one he's looked to score. He looks positive.
Oh, big shot. Here we go. Leave that man out there.
Right on cue. Right on cue, but it's taken him 68 runs to play that first big sweep shot. 24 now, the lead over 200, and a huge roar as Stokes sweeps into the man's stand.
And goes again. High into the crowd.
201 for 5. London buses, you wait an age for a sweep shot. And Stokes plays 2 in 2 balls. His first 2 sweeps of the innings. And he's nailed them both.
He's played that. That was a delicate shot from Bairstow.
Yeah, slipped on a fine gully or wide slip. Bairstow deliberately played. You can see that he just uses his wrists to open the blade.
Leg side, he gets it perfectly in the gap.
He got there. He is elated, Ben Stokes. Another century. And century under conditions that were not easy. Just 54 runs for that second 50. The pressure is off. England were in a much healthier position and he opened up.
Great knock. 10 fours, 2 sixes for Ben Stokes. Terrific 100.
Just a little nurgle off the pads. He knew it was the single that brought up 3 figures. That's a big hit. Hitting with the spin goes all the way. That's the 100 up for Nathan Lyon, as you were saying. It wasn't Ben Stokes who hit it. 242 for 5. Wow. Mercy. Square leg thought he had a chance. Well, he would have had a chance if the field was a tad bigger.
Well, he got all of this. It's another full one. Nice swing of the bat from Ben Stokes.
Ah, here comes the declaration, as we thought. Drinks were called, but Joe Root says they'll drink inside the dressing room, please. Thank you very much. Lead of 266, and up go the cheers. Not just for that man running off the ground, Ben Stokes, for his magnificent century, but also for the fact that they're thinking, here comes a test match.
It's the batting card, 115 by Ben Stokes, 30 not out for Bairstow. But a pretty good scorecard that for England, 258 for 5.
Tough out there for the bowlers. No overcast conditions, no swing, and a pretty flat pitch. Nathan Lyon got it to turn, but the fielders didn't really help him in his task. Quite expensive as far as runs are concerned, not necessarily very expensive economy. The spinner, remember. 5 wickets taken. So that's where we stand. Australia need 267 runs to win. Well, you could look at that in so many ways. They need 267 to win. England need 10 wickets to win, or Australia need to bat until close of play for the draw. Or not, they have a huge job to do. They have got to make sure that Australia get a nice solid start.
Yeah, that's the key, the start. A couple of early wickets and the dressing room will start to get a bit real nervous. If Warner can get off to a good start and Bancroft can get through this first half an hour, then there's a lot easier for the rest. It's a pretty good record though for Dave Warner. He's a good player. 21 test match hundreds. Bancroft only just really starting his test career. Only played 10 games, no hundreds.
Ball's gone. One ball from Geoff Archer. David Warner's troubles continue, but this time it's Archer who's responsible. And it's a great little catch too. It's gone very quickly, very low. Burns it slip, has made no mistake with it. England strike fast.
It beautifully bowled around the wicket angle again. The seam angle towards first slip. Not really straightening. David Warner, the extra pace of Archer. He just pushed and prodded at it. Brilliant catch by Rory Burns. And England get their first. This contest is truly going to be fascinating from here onwards. David Warner, he's gone for 5. Australia 13 for 1.
And Usman Khawaja is the new man in, of course. Yeah, that's offline. It's a shame for Stuart Broad. The over had been so good up until then. But relief for Bancroft, who picks up 4, 17 for 1. It's the second one for Jofra Archer. Usman Khawaja wondering if he can get away with this, because one would assume that you would know as a batsman. You always assume you know as a batsman if you've nicked it. Might be fearing the worst, and Bancroft appears to have told him the worst. Archer and England knew straight away. There was absolutely no doubt in their minds. Seam position is perfect, just goes a little bit up the hill, and that's the edge.
And beautifully bowled. Got David Warner from around the wicket. Tried that first up to Khawaja. Changed angles. And just the pace. Bowling up against the slope. Khawaja had no answer. He's gone for 2. Australia now struggling at 19 for 2.
So at number 4 today for Australia. This is a first in the history of Test match cricket. Stephen Smith would normally be number 4. He is out, ruled out by concussion. This is the official concussion replacement. It's Marnus Labuschagne. Oh no, that's a heavy blow. He's up on his feet again. Oh no, that's straight in. That is zeroed in. First one was high and wide. This is just zeroing in, and with huge pace.
Oh, he's just been moved squarer. Literally, that ball, Broad moved him squarer, and it went fine, and it went for 4. Squirted away. It's always going to go in that direction, down the slope. 36 for 2.
There it goes, through that gap.
Last ball before tea. Well played. Solid from Bancroft. Excellent from Archer. Yet again, some serious Test cricket there. And it's a lot to do with that man on picture. Archer with 2 wickets, but a good fight back from Bancroft and Labuschagne.
Bancroft not out, 16. Gutsy performance. It's not been easy. Warner went, Khawaja went, 5 and 2. Labuschagne is still there on 17, not out, after taking a serious blow to the helmet.
Woakes no wickets, just the 1 over for Leach. Broad 0 for 21. Boy on debut is making a real name for himself. Jofra Archer, 6 overs, 2 for 16. England 258 and 258 for 5 declared. Australia 250 all out and 46 for 2. 35 overs left. England need 8 wickets to level the series 1-1.
Well, last session, day 5 here at Lords. The sun is out. It's still a packed house. It's going to be spin. There's 35 overs remaining. Australia need 221 runs to win. England need 8 wickets. Oh, yeah, good, that's out. Yes, on with the arms, stayed low, and Bancroft's gone.
You can see that happening in slow motion. As soon as he started going back, no. Ball pitches and skids on and keeps low. No question of a review. Oh, what have I done? That's not going over the top. On with the arm, a straight on her from a full length. All that work before the break. Bancroft's gone for 16, 47 for 3.
Travis Head, the vice-captain of Australia, is in. Well, 30 overs to go is the key, and that last figure, 59 for 3, 7 wickets for Australia. I don't think the 208 runs will come into it. I don't think Australia are going for them. Well, Travis Head's away. That'll be 4.
Driven nicely by Labuschagne.
That's why he's been impressive. What won't go on the highlights reel is the leave that he played the ball before. Old-fashioned cricket. Leave, wait for the fuller delivery and then put it away.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot. It's wide from Woakes, and Labuschagne helps himself to 4 down to third man, moves to 35, looking pretty secure.
Well, they're not helping themselves, are they? We saw Australia drop a few when they were in the field. Now it's time for England. Straight in, straight out. There's absolutely no one in that direction. That's another boundary.
It's an interesting tactic if Jack Leach is trying to use this and the batsman is sweeping. He's got a short, fine leg.
Pretty good weather around. So if the England captain wants to get all 15 overs, he can. That's where we stand at the moment. Australia, well, they need less than 10 runs per over to win from here. But this is not one of those 20-20 games. Not afraid to use his feet, and that brings up his half century.
Yeah, that's just an excellent innings. Shown a lot of character. He's adjusted the situation brilliantly. The crowd all standing up. The players too up in the balcony. They know what a crucial innings this has been. Australia could have been in deep, deep trouble.
Oh, there is the catch. Just diving forward enough to get the hands underneath it. And there is the risk of playing the sweep shot out of the rough outside the leg stump. But they're going to change. Sorry, they're going to just check it.
I have his fingers under the ball and it's bouncing up into his hands. I have a decision for the big screen. And my decision is out.
So the ricochet off the short leg. Root dives forward, claims the catch. 59 to him, 132 for 4.
Catch!
That's right, straight off the glove, straight to short leg.
Classic left arm spin into the rough, explodes. Rip a glove, they say. And he has ripped a glove straight to short leg. Easy catch for Jos Buttler. Door has been opened. Wade has gone as well. England need 5 more. 138 for 5.
So Australia's captain knows that it could be an awkward finish to this game. Oh, what an effort and what a catch. Diving away to his left. It looked for a moment as though it might just get past him. But Tim Paine has gone for the hook shot here. Everyone waiting to see what happens next. And that is just plucked out of the air.
Good work from the skipper as well. He did bring him up, and that is an outstanding catch from Denley. The Aussie skipper's gone for 4. England 4 wickets away, 149 for 6.
Well, the umpires are saying that's it, but I'm not sure they realise the time about it either. There's still 2.5 minutes to go. There's 3 balls, so they might have got another one over them, but they've decided to shake hands. Decided to shake hands with 4 wickets remaining. What a test match we've had. What a day of drama we've had. Lords is still packed. The lights are on, and even though there's been a lot of rain and we've lost a lot of play through this test match, what a test match we've had. 47.3 overs it was. Marnus Labuschagne did a great job making his 59. Travis Head also played well, be 42 not out. But Leach and Archer were the 2 destroyers. It was a brilliant game.
Bowling, well, Stuart Broad, number 29. Jofra, 3 wickets. Leach, 3 wickets. And I tell you what, we nearly had a fantastic match here. It was a great match, but a draw is the result. There we go. England, 258 after being put in. Australia replied with 250. Hazelwood, the pick of the bowlers in the England innings, and Stuart Broad, the pick of the bowlers in the Australian innings. And then declared on 258 for 5. Ben Stokes 115 not out, and Pat Cummins another 3 wickets for him, 3 for 36. And then Australia hung on, 154 for 6. O'Shea 59, top scorer on debut, and Geoffrey Archer 3 for 32.